Tonight, Jewish families worldwide mark the first night of Hanukkah through the tradition of lighting the first candle on the menorah. And in a few hours, the national menorah lighting will celebrate the Festival of Lights in a ceremony just south of the White House on the Ellipse. Joining me right now to discuss is Rabbi Levi Shemtov, Executive Vice President of American Friends of Lubavitch, Chabad. Rabbi Shemtov, so good to see you. So the message of this season is the potential for light to push back the darkness. What does this season mean for members of the Jewish faith as we look ahead to the next year?
Well, obviously, Frederica, first of all, thanks a lot for having me again. And the message of light over darkness and its triumph over darkness, I should say, could not be more timely than in what we're going through right now with a rise in anti-Semitism and people actually becoming very cautious about their Jewish identity as a result. We are here on America's front lawn with high-level representation from the administration to bolster the point and the message that evil will not pervade or will not prevail in the United States, even as anti-Semitism seeks to pervade. And just yesterday there was an attack, there was an anti-Semitic incident not too far from here where they said that Jews are not welcome. Well, President George Washington said that Jews are welcome, and the leaders of the United States have upheld that for 230 years. So I believe that while we are somewhat shaken by what we're seeing, we are resilient, we're not afraid, we're concerned, but we are confident that with strong faith and a very energetic, robust Semitism, meaning a Jewish identity and education, in response to these acts, we'll see that once again righteousness and light will prevail over darkness and evil.
And I wonder how impactful you believe it will be, too, that the U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland will deliver remarks at tonight's event. I mean, how important is it to have this ceremony, as it is every year, but particularly this year, you know, outside the White House, just south of the White House there. We see it in the view right over your right shoulder behind the menorah, and the world is watching.
The world is watching. And I have to say that not too long ago, the second gentleman and senior White House officials convened a high-level meeting, actually, inside the White House, together with leaders of American Jewish organizations. And in that room, we discussed some of the trends as well as interesting ideas to monitor and combat that. You know, the State Department elevated the special envoy to combat anti-Semitism, Ambassador Deborah Lipstadt, to Senate-confirmed ambassador status. The fact that we have representation from the administration is significant. We also will have the Secretary of Interior, Deb Haaland, who is the, I guess, host on this park that she is in the entire National Park Service. But you asked about the significance of the Attorney General specifically, and you know, the Torah states that we need to have those who formulate the laws and policies and those that implement them. If we're not going to have people looking for identifying and then exposing those who wish people of the Jewish faith ill through their anti-Semitism, and then implement strong policies to combat that in order to eradicate it, then I don't think that any meeting can really be effective. But if the Attorney General, no less, shows up and participates in the lighting of something like a menorah on the White House lawn, it sends a message across America that Jews are welcome, and we will be here, and as long as we want to be, the United States leadership has expressed its willingness to reinforce that notion. Just a few days ago, we were inside the Pentagon, and the Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Smith, he joined us for a menorah lighting, so that the image of that lighting would go forth to all the Jewish men and women serving in the United States Armed Forces, stateside and abroad, so that they should know that even if we are a very small percentage of the American population, we are as welcome here as any other part of the American population. We helped found this country. We have defended it. We have our fair share of those who gave their lives for it. We have Jews serving in the armed forces today all over the world. And we're not going anywhere for now.
Rabbi Shemtov, what a pleasure to have you back. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful ceremony this evening and have a happy Hanukkah.
Thank you, Frederica. I just want to say one thing. If you're for light and decency, it doesn't matter if you're Jewish or not. Hanukkah has that message for you. And if your message is evil and hate, just know most of America is not going to stand for it. Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Make some light this week. And thank you very much again, of course, for having me on your broadcast.
Beautifully said. Thank you so much.